Now on Project Pitch It, we feature the next generation of Wisconsin entrepreneurs as these high school students pitch their innovative ideas to local moguls. Sherry Gendusa is the founder of Blue Leadership, a company focused on making the world a better place, one leader at a time. He is also the founder of Breakthrough, a network of world-changing companies focused on improving lives and untapping human potential. Gail Klappa is the chairman of the board of the WEC Energy Group and co-chair of the Milwaukee 7. In 2023, he was inducted into the Wisconsin Business Hall of Fame. Harris Turer is the CEO of the Milwaukee Admirals. He is committed to making Milwaukee a better place in which to live and work through his support of numerous charities. Gina Della has dedicated her life to serving as a role model for businesswomen. As the first female vice president of marketing at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, she is recognized for driving double-digit growth and mentoring successful teams. With 20 years of experience, she has earned multiple industry awards for her innovative strategies and leadership. Dr. Deborah Allen owned McDonald's franchises and then founded DNA Network, an entrepreneurial coaching firm. She currently serves as the president of Golden Path Home Care. This is Project Pitch It.
Hello everyone, today we're excited to introduce to you our product Chain Check, which solves a problem that every bike enthusiast, mechanic, and cyclist faces, which is knowing exactly when it's time to replace or maintain a bike chain. With Chain Check, you'll never guess, always check.
Knowing the wear and tear on your bike chain is crucial, and knowing to replace it is even more crucial. If you do it too late, it can lead to costly repairs and even safety risks. But if you do it too early, it can waste money. And currently there's no easy way to check your bike chain's wear and tear without mechanics expertise or specific tools. And to a casual or new rider, this can be a very daunting task.
That's where Chain Check comes in. Our innovative product is a sensor that is mounted on the main body of the bike, above the bike chain, that would monitor and record the number of revolutions the chain has completed in order to have a more accurate reading of the chain's current wear and tear. When the suggested number of revolutions is met, the sensor sprays a red dye onto the chain, signaling that the chain is ready to be changed, as well as a small beeping to inform the rider through audio. The best part? It requires no tools and no guesswork. Just a quick glance and you know the state of your chain.
With Chain Check, maintenance becomes easy and accessible for everyone. From casual riders to professionals, all it takes is a quick glance and you'll know the state of your chain.
This solution not only saves time and money, but helps eliminate waste. We are promoting more sustainable biking practices.
Chain Check is here to empower bicyclists, giving them confidence and control over their bike maintenance. Our slogan says it all.
Never guess, always check.
I love it, love it.
So which one of you, how did you come up with this concept?
So basically, we're 3 juniors at Brookfield Academy, and in our microeconomics class, to solve a problem that we face in our lives. And Gus was, he works in a Wheel and Sprocket, a bike maintenance store. And then he came up with the common problem that bicyclists face when they're not able to check when they should get their chain replaced. So from there, Lincoln came up with prototypes. He was kind of the main engineer of this. And then I helped with writing and creating our brand.
So how many revolutions
That's cool.
does it take for a chain to get to the point where?
Well, it's more than you would think. It takes about, on the low end, 1,800 miles for a bike chain to really wear down to the point where it can start damaging other parts of the bike, which when you convert that into revolutions using a distance equation, it then becomes approximately 1,900,000 revolutions, which sounds like a lot, but the product is based and meant for someone who rides their bike often or is worried about, their bike's ability to be maintained. And if you're riding your bike a lot, then that number ticks down pretty fast.
And then if you change it too early or you change it too late, so changing it too late, what is the total repair cost versus the cost of something like this?
Well, for repairing the internal components, if you just look over at this bike over here, like these internal gear parts, that can cost several hundreds of dollars. Even in some more expensive models, up to like $1,000 or so. And this product, if it were to be mass-produced or made with more time and maybe a more custom circuit board instead of just a Raspberry Pi, It would be, well, about, I'd say probably $25 for the average person to purchase, which I think is definitely worth it rather than the several hundreds of dollars of damages to fix for a bike.
So it would be an option that somebody could put on their bike if they buy a new bike, or even an existing option to
Yes.
retrofit an existing bike.
And would that $25 include any profit margin?
Yes, mass producing the product here in Wisconsin would cost around, I'd say probably $10, $15 maximum. And then if the company per se were to ever evolve, if it were to be invested in, would be, if it were out of country, it would then be able to be mass produced for under $10.
And how will you go to market with this?
So keep in mind, we are in high school. This isn't something we've really thought
high
about.
school today and go market this.
Right, when you become,
Right, but it's
So
something that,
millionaires by college, right?
yeah. But our lives are really busy, but this was just something that we thought was a great idea to solve a common problem. It isn't necessarily something that we take out into the market and go look for selling, but it is a good idea.
It's interesting how you're coming up with a need, or you're identifying what a problem is and creating something around that. So you should feel really good about what you've done.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And by the way, you all look so sharp today.
Thank you so much.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, guys.
Take care.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Moguls.
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Coming up, this Wisconsin Lutheran entrepreneur loves to dance and is teaching other youngsters in her own studio.
Hello, my name is Jelena Johnson. I am 15 years old and I'm the owner of Let's Dance MKE Studio. I started dancing at the age of 4, then I started joining my dance team at the age of 6. I always had a passion for teaching kids the art of dance, and I always loved dancing. I created this studio for the safe space so they can have in the community, and also for them to learn the art of dance. And we're also starting to teach our students at the ages from 3 to 11. We teach 3 types of dance: intro to dance, majorette, and lyric. We also have different classes for other ages. This opportunity gives me the exposure to show thousands of kids if they have a dream, a mission, and a plan that could accomplish anything. I will use these business funds for business operations and scholarships for the kids in the community. Also, this is my project Pitch It, so let's dance Milwaukee.
Wow.
great job.
Thank you so much.
So where is your studio located?
My studio is located on the north side of Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
How many classes do you hold a week?
I hold 2 for right now. I'm trying to get more people in my classes.
How are you trying to get kids to come to your studio?
I pass out flyers. Also, I have business pages on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. I try to promote as much so I can get more views and get the word around. And I also pass out flyers to the kids so they can bring a friend and more.
Wow, that's awesome.
What do you think that dance teaches some of the kids besides for just being able to dance?
It teaches them attitude and confidence.
What made you decide to open a studio at age 13? Pretty impressive.
I wanted to show them that it's like you can have an opportunity at any age, and it's also to give them a chance if they don't have anything to do or wants to get things off their mind.
And then do you charge them for the class?
Each session is $50, and so is the scholarship, so it will be free for them.
So you need those?
Yes.
Do you pay rent?
I think so.
So someone's helping you run your business.
Yeah, my dad helps me with the business part.
Oh, very
Oh,
good.
excellent.
Very good.
You have a very nice father.
Thank you.
And I'll bet he's proud of you.
Yeah, he's in the back, probably watching right now.
I'm sure he is.
So have you always wanted to be a dancer?
Yes, I wanted to go, I'm going to school for like when I go to college for dancing to get more.
Can you talk a little bit, you said, and I was so impressed by it because Gail always gives us these words of wisdom, and you said you have to have a dream, a mission, and a plan. Can you talk a little bit more about where you learned that from and what that means to you?
I learned that from my dad. It's like you have to know where you're going, so that's the plan. The mission is how you're gonna get there, and then the dream is like what you're gonna do.
Love it.
Okay, awesome.
Your dad's a wise man.
Yes, yes.
Thanks so much for being on the show.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. So let's dance Milwaukee.
Great job.
Thank you.
Great job.
It's really cool.
Coming up, this Brookfield East student is working on an app to help students with their mental health.
Hi Moguls, my name is Jake Zhang and I'm a junior at Brookfield East High School. I'm here today to introduce my project, Minds Connect, a mental health support platform designed specifically by high school students for high school students. For the past 4 years, I've worked closely with a national mental wellness organization called Hope Squad. As an ambassador for the program, I've attended state summits on student-based wellness, gained resources from numerous mental health professionals, and worked closely with many students at Brookfield East High School in need of additional support. Throughout my experiences, I've learned that students need mental health resources that meet 3 key criteria. Resources that are private, free, and accessible to students on their own time. And so I started thinking to myself, what if we can consolidate all of these professionally vetted resources into one place? A place where students could privately and freely seek support. And that's where Minds Connect was born, a platform that provides accessible mental health resources directly to our students through a mobile app and website format. Here's how it works. The first half of the app walks students through professionally vetted best practices surrounding self-care. This would be things like guided exercises, daily journaling prompts, calming techniques, and anonymous peer support channels. The second half of the app connects students directly to a 24/7 national mental health hotline, which provides 24/7 support to students seeking assistance. Schools will be able to purchase Minds Connect on a school subscription model and add its features on top of any existing mental health infrastructure. The service would be free to students, providing them a supportive and self-guided mental health resource. As we continue to refine our app's development and strengthen our peer support network, we aim to build a powerful tool that transforms the mental health landscape for our next generation. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to bringing Minds Connect to life with your support.
Were you saying this was in 7th grade, this came to you?
Yeah, so I've been a part of Hope Squad. That's kind of like where my journey really began. I started in 7th grade as a Hope Squad ambassador, and what we do is Hope Squad is a peer-nominated leadership group at my school. It acts as like the eyes and ears of the school, and we really act as like that bridge between students seeking support and the proper adult professional help. And so it's just it's a valuable mental health resource for students at our school, and yeah, that's really where my journey in kind of advocating for these mental health causes.
So who's developing the app for you?
Yeah, me and a couple of my buddies in our computer science class, we meet up on the weekends, put some time into it, and we're looking towards launching sometime in the next few months, and so we're excited for that.
Is the concept to sell this product to like school systems to utilize with their students?
Yeah.
And then what would the pricing of it be? How would you price this?
One of the most important things for our students is that these resources are free to our students. So we wouldn't want to charge them to use these services. So our plan would be to go through the schools itself and implement a school subscription model. So schools would be able to buy the service on a monthly basis, and then the materials would be accessible to all the students within the school because the school purchased it. And yeah, we're still working through the pricing right now. We're not sure, and you know, we have to evaluate a few things and our app sustainability before we put a final price on that. But yeah, that'll be definitely coming in the next few months. We just hope that we can scale this to a big enough size where we can provide this support to as many students as we can.
Do you want to turn this into a business, a for-profit business?
Yeah, you know, we're really looking at both scenarios here. I can definitely see a nonprofit and partnering with Hope Squad and other national organizations like Hope Squad and bring change to mind, some of these overarching national mental wellness organizations. But I'm not sure yet. We can go either way.
Is Hope Squad nonprofit?
Hope Squad is a nonprofit.
Okay.
Yes.
Fascinating concept.
Yeah. I'm really excited about it.
Well, thank you very much. It looks like a really very important need.
All right. Thank you,
Thank
Moguls.
you.
I
Thank
appreciate
you.
Next, the moguls discuss the pitches and decide what award will best help the entrepreneurs. Now, the moguls decide which award will best help the entrepreneurs.
Let's talk about Minds Connect.
Awesome
You
concept.
thought of this in the seventh grade?
What were you doing in the 7th grade, Bev? I don't know what I
Right,
was
certainly
doing.
not. I feel badly that it's so,
So many kids.
yes.
I think, unfortunately, the phones that we all carry around with us,
Yeah.
the social media and the pressures, and he talked
Definitely.
about that, the pressures that these kids are under, not only academically, socially, but what they're getting on their phones. I think it's added to it, and that's where this mental health crisis, and that, he even said it's growing. It's like, and we went through COVID, it got really bad, and then
did.
there's just so many things that go on, and it's really sad. In many ways, kids aren't kids anymore. They have to grow up way too fast.
But what I like about this is it uses a platform that the kids love, which is app-based. You can go on your phone, and that would be great, you know, to have in the school systems.
Just listening to him, he is the walking definition
Man.
of entrepreneurial
Yeah.
spirit.
Man, his pitch, I said his
terrific.
elevator pitch is amazing. Yes.
I'm curious if you asked him, Gail, is this a for-profit or not-for-profit? And he's not sure yet, but I think it definitely is something that can happen, one way or the other.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Very entrepreneurial indeed.
No
Yes.
doubt.
Let's talk about Chain Check.
I think they have an interesting product, but I mean, right now the product's really large, it's
Yeah.
heavy, it doesn't look like the wires in there are protected, you know. Sure, it's nice when you bike on a nice day and there's no water or anything that's gonna hit it, but I see what they're trying to get at. There's a need for this, you know, changing the chain on your bike every so often. I think they're onto something. I don't know if that's the contraption though that would do it.
It's an interesting concept. The number of revolutions that your chain goes through and the hundreds of dollars that you could spend on a bike repair if you don't replace the chain in advance.
And I was impressed by clearly their teamwork.
Yes.
I mean, we have an engineer, we've clearly got somebody who understands marketing, we've got someone who's working at a bike shop. I mean, for them to get together and pool their talents to come up with a prototype, I thought it was pretty cool.
So, I mean, they are onto something. It's a great idea.
Now, what's interesting is, you know, he talked about the repair could be anywhere from $200 to up to $1,000, depending on the bike. I'm thinking, well, maybe Wool and Sprocket doesn't want that to happen.
I thought about
because
that
they-
too.
Right.
Wait, $25 versus $1,000.
Right.
There's that balance.
Spoken like a true capitalist, Dr. DNA, my
What can
goodness.
I say? Success is in your DNA.
Yep. You got to be thinking about that though, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about Let's Dance Milwaukee. What an inspirational story. And as she described it, it's more than purely dancing. It helps build confidence. It's a safe place to do some of these things.
Those are great things. It's just awesome. She's teaching younger kids how to dance. I love that. Love the fact that her dad has worked with
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
And that's her inspiration, who was helping her run her business. It's so great. What a great story.
To Harris's point, she has learned life lessons already from her
Yes.
father that are just invaluable. I mean, this puts a smile on your face to see that young lady.
Absolutely.
It seems like she's developing other people to be leaders as she's learned it herself, which is amazing.
I like the fact that she's trying to give out scholarships too, so that all kids could have an opportunity to
Successful.
attend.
Absolutely. It's
She's
wonderful.
covering so many areas,
my
isn't
gosh.
she? I can't wait to see her in 10 years.
Yes.
She'll be running the world.
Yeah.
I mean, at 13, you started your own business.
Yeah.
Incredible.
What a story, you know.
It's amazing.
Yep.
Next, the Moguls present cash and awards to the entrepreneurs.
Student entrepreneurs in the state of Wisconsin make us all so very proud. Each one of the teams is being awarded $500 from Project Pitch It. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Dr. DNA is going to help light this up.
It's your time to rise. It's your time to shine. It's your time to live. It's your time to fly. It's your time. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Follow that, Harris.
I'm not going to sing because you don't want that. But I was talking to Gail earlier, and we talked about life and your careers. And one piece of advice I would say is, your career in all likelihood will not be a straight line. There'll be zigs and zags along the way. Learn from each one of those experiences. Take it upon yourself to take those opportunities and learn and grow. And who knows where life will take you.
Thank you so much.
Gina?
You guys are so impressive, and a couple of you actually want to take this to the next level with what you're doing. And I look forward. I think I'm going to be reading about you. I think I'm going to be hearing about all 5 of you in the future. You're quite bright.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And just to wrap things up, we are all so impressed with your dedication, your creativity, and one thought that I'd like to leave with you as you grow your lives and your careers. I think one of the things you will find is the great joy in teamwork, and we've seen some of that from all of you today. But teamwork requires buy-in, and buy-in requires understanding. Teamwork, buy-in, understanding. So the bottom line is communicate, communicate, communicate. It's the bedrock of success. You've got a great future in front of you. Congratulations.
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 Great job.
So are these Jay? Thank you. Very nice to meet you. Love your energy.
Congratulations.
so much.
Great.
Luxury transportation for the Moguls provided by Andrus Livery Services. To learn more about the entrepreneurs and their businesses, check out our website at projectpitchit.com and follow us on social media.